forecast first. Sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Looks like right now, as we start off this Wednesday morning, we're going to see a lot of those clear skies, plus some chillier winds in place, too. Now, this morning is going to be more of a chillier start because of, we're going to have some of the colder temperatures, but the winds pick up more so into the afternoon, but it does help to bring in maybe a little bit of a warmer air mass from where we are right now, which there are a few of us into the mid-30s, like in Champaign at 35, 36 in Bloomington, but there are a few of us who are also holding on to the lower 40s, like in Springfield, Decatur, and in Mattoon, Paris. We're at 40 degrees, 41 over in Jacksonville. It's going to be a windy day. Again, we're going to keep the winds around, see a little more of the sunshine, but definitely it looks like a colder start than where we were yesterday morning. A few of the clouds around they don't come with any rain chances, but by tomorrow they will. And we'll talk about those chances here. Coming up, Aaron and Christy, happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. I'm Aaron Eads.
And I'm Christy Batista. Thanks for waking up with us this morning.
Here's a look at today's top stories. A Champaign man who police say has a long history with the Boy Scouts was arrested for child pornography.
As we first told you yesterday on the morning show, police say 79-year-old Milton Forsberg uploaded pictures of underage boys last year. Last month, the Boy Scouts of America notified authorities that at least one man claims Forsberg abused him when he was 13 years old. Police say a search of his home revealed more pornographic pictures of underage boys and a dark room with photographs that he took of young girls. His home is on West Charles Street in Champaign. Forsberg was arrested last week. The CEO of the area Boy Scouts Council says he was troubled by the news, but says Forsberg hasn't been directly involved with them for nearly 30 years.
Scouting is still safe. Scouting is still a very good organization for your son or your daughter. We do our best to be able to make sure that our kids are safe. That's why we have our youth protection policies in place. That's why we do the background checks.
The troop Forsberg used to lead was disbanded in the 90s. A federal judge ordered him to be held until his trial. New this morning, a man in Decatur is pleading not guilty to 8 counts of murder and a charge of being a felon in possession of a firearm.
Our partners at the Herald and Review report 22-year-old Quantravius Richardson is accused of shooting 2 men on Halloween 2 years ago in Decatur. Officials say Richardson had been drinking and was filled with rage that night and ended up taking that anger out on 2 men who did nothing to him. His ex-girlfriend is expected to testify that he woke her up later that night and drove her to the scene. He then had her hand him a blood-spattered gun and told her to get out of the car. Richardson escaped that night and was caught the next day after the woman told everything to the police. Also new this morning, a man accused of shooting a 32-year-old was in court yesterday.
20-year-old Jabari Morris pleaded not guilty to aggravated battery and discharge of a firearm. Police say he shot a man in the leg twice on West Kirby Avenue. They say a verbal argument started it. That man is okay. Morris is expected to be back in court in December.
Make sure you have the jacket or maybe a coat. I don't think you're going to need a heavy coat this morning, but wind chills are down into the 20s at a few spots, and we're going to see more of those clear skies. And with that breeze that's out there, which is going to be even more of one around later into the afternoon, not going to feel the most comfortable, but at least things are going to warm up with some of the sunshine expected for today. Rufino Garnet Weather Camera Network, nothing happening there. Storm Tracker Doppler showing nothing happening for us for the time being, but we do have these areas of light rain moving into the state, which I'm thinking mainly will stay north of us, so we won't have to worry about any of the rain, but some of the clouds are going to start to stream on in from some of this area of moisture, from this moisture that's approaching the region. Plus, you'll notice a lot more of that moisture and activity back across the northern plains and the northern Rockies, where they are dealing with snow. None of that for us anywhere in the near-term future, but another cooler pocket of air is going to start to settle into the area as we head into the day tomorrow, as a frontal passage will come on through. Now, 38 degrees is our current temperature in Effingham. We're sitting at 35 at Champaign, 41 in Springfield, but that doesn't tell the complete story. We do have some wind out there, and those brisk winds are going to become breezy, maybe even a bit stronger as we go later on into the afternoon, which is going to keep us from really enjoying some of the warmer temperatures that we're going to expect with the sunshine throughout our Wednesday. Rain chances eventually arriving and making their way in and heading into the day tomorrow. We'll tell you exactly when to expect those chances. Plus, we'll talk about how colder it gets after this frontal passage will make its way on through coming up later in the show. Christy, Aaron.
Thanks, Adam. Well, it is truly starting to feel like fall this week, and we hate to say it, but that means winter is on the way.
And now Champaign School District needs your help to keep kids warm. WCIA 3's Jen Lask is live in Champaign this morning. Jen, what are they looking for?
Hey, Christy, the Warm a Kid coat drive is kicked off within the school district. They're looking for warm coats, hats, and gloves. And this coat drive has helped families for more than 20 years within Champaign. And according to the Regional Planning Commission, the poverty rate in Champaign County has hovered around 20% for nearly 15 years. The coat drive is funded through donations within Champaign, and the program will distribute coats before winter break, but will keep taking donations this winter. We've shared the most common coat sizes needed on our website, WCIA.com, and you can donate the new coats or drop off monetary donations. We've posted the address for that as well on our website. Live in Champaign, Jen Lask, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
We are keeping our eye on Springfield teachers. They're still trying to make a deal there. Union members got their first look at a contract proposal on Monday. They said they're not happy with it. Teachers want better pay, smaller class sizes, and safer spaces to teach. They've been working without a contract since August.
Piatt County is short on money. Now some departments are considering cuts to bring them out of the red. The county's general fund is about $500,000 in the hole. Yesterday, the county board approved a tentative budget to fix that problem. It set a goal to have departments, including the circuit clerk, emergency management agency, and the sheriff's office, slash about 9% of their budgets. But even if all of the departments met that goal, the county would still come up short. Now the board is going to look at the department's budgets more closely to see what else can be done.
The Village of Rantoul is making improvements to an old building, all thanks to a grant from the state. Rantoul Recreation will get $750,000 to expand and improve the Forum Fitness Center. The village is planning a 3,000 square foot expansion on top of quality of life improvements, including more windows indoors. The announcement comes a few weeks after a $20 million sports complex was approved by the village.
It should. You know, quality of life is one of those things that people are looking for. And the Village of Rantoul, it's good to know that we're known for that. We have a lot of great things going on here in town, and we're looking to continue that into the future.
There's no timeline to begin work on the project, but they say they're ready to start as soon as the money is available.
We have an update on a national case. More charges have been filed in the college admissions scandal, and they are impacting a woman with ties to Central Illinois. Elizabeth Meyer-Kimmel is among 11 parents now facing bribery charges. They're accused of paying an admissions consultant to rig their children's test scores and bribing coaches at sought-after schools. Kimmel resigned from the board of directors at Busey shortly after the scandal broke. The new charges accuse the parents of bribing employees at the University of Southern California to designate the children as athletic recruits or members of other favored admissions categories. The parents could face up to 10 years in prison. For more information on how prosecutors say the bribery scheme worked, head to our website, WCIA.com.
Decatur City Council voted to put 24 vacant homes on the chopping block. It's part of the city's neighborhood revitalization efforts. Bids were approved for 3 separate companies to do the demolition. The council will vote to take down more vacant homes next month.
The quality of soil is very important for crop production.
Coming up in this morning's Harvest Report from the Farm, what one university's research is advising farmers to do for better quality.
WCIA 3 News is sponsored by Warden Martin Buick GMC.
It's time to get your home holiday ready. Hi, I'm Tim the Blind Man, and the Season of Style Savings event comes just in time with rebate savings on beautiful and innovative Hunter Douglas window fashions. From honeycomb shades to sheers, choose from several styles that best complement your home decor for the holidays and year-round.
Limitations and restrictions apply.
Take advantage of rebate savings during the Hunter Douglas Season of Style Savings event now through December 9th at the Blind Man Hunter Douglas Gallery, Champaign.
Many women are busy caring for their children and partner, but it's important they focus on their health as well. Annual exams are the best way to prevent health issues and identify problems early. Screenings, including pap smears, mammograms, and STD screenings, will help you detect illnesses early, when the chances for successful treatment are greatest. See your provider each year to discuss life changes that may impact your health, including diet, abnormal bleeding, or contraception. Stay well with Christie Clinic.
Here's the bottom line. Your success means everything. It's your goal to define and our commitment to help you get there. But it won't come to your door in any old seed bag. That's why we arm you with a seed backed by research, field-by-field planning, and expertise on what's right for your farm. Most of all, you get a team of real people ready to work for the success of your business. That means whatever it takes, from start to finish. LG Seeds. We mean business.
Step into Everyday Kitchen and enjoy familiar favorites with a creative twist. Try our savory, slow-roasted meats from our unique Spitfire grill, or grab a drink at the full bar featuring regional beers, American wines, and craft cocktails. Serving lunch and dinner daily with brunch on Sundays. You'll always find a warm welcome, honestly good food and drinks to savor at Everyday Kitchen Restaurant and Bar. Raising the bar every day. Everyday Kitchen, located next to Logic Everyday Community at the corner of Neal Street and Fox Drive.
Certified the most accurate forecast for the 7th year in a row. Trust meteorologist Kevin Lighty, Adam Claybon, Jack Griffin, and Amelia Henderson. WCIA 3, your local weather leader.
I'm Heather Roberts with your CI Living Community Calendar. Families and kids of all ages are invited to the Harvest Party at the Danville Public Library on October 26th. Wear your favorite costume and enjoy bingo, karaoke, and crafts. And do you need some time to yourself, or maybe you have a few errands to run? Reserve your spot for the upcoming Caregiver Day Out in Danville and take that time to take care of yourself so you can better take care of your loved one. Submit your community event over on WCIA.com.
Live from your local news leader, Christy Batista, Aaron Eads, and Central Illinois' most accurate forecast with meteorologist Adam Claybon. You're watching The Morning Show on WCIA 3.
Well, most soil contains a world of microbes that are very important for crop production.
WCIA 3's ag reporter Stu Ellis has more in this morning's report from the farm.
The newest generation of farmers is taking a whole new view of soil from how their fathers did. They're adding microbes to soil, feeding them, helping the critters produce better yields. Graduate researcher Connor Sybil is on the front line of that.
You know, we call it the Wild West of Ag. New products coming out almost every day. So.
And what do they really do, or what do they really don't do?
Yep. So what we're doing is we're really taking everything management-wise that we're doing with fertilizers, plant populations, hybrids, taking it to the next level. So we're trying to impact localized, rhizosphere interactions. Upregulating things that the crop is already doing is really the primary target that we're working on there.
Okay, and all the little guys that are in the soil, are we putting more in? Are we helping them? What are we really doing? What should we really try to do?
That's a great question, and a lot of it comes down to which biological biostimulant are working with. We are looking at putting microbes in the soil. There are blends that way, but some of the products like sugars or amino acids, we're feeding the microbes in the soils as well. So while sometimes we're introducing microbes to the soil, other times we're trying to give them a happier environment so that they can continue to do what they're doing to benefit the crop.
Okay, and how can someone make a good judgment on whether they've been successful or whether they should change?
Yes, so a good judgment, the first one always, people are going to look at is yield, but a lot of things that we aren't quite looking at yet, but need to focus on quality too. How are these products impacting the grain quality that you're looking at as well?
Billions of little hired hands in every handful of soil. That's our report from the farm. I'm Stu Ellis with WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Bloomington, good morning to you. Looking at a roofing dog on at a weather camera network this morning, we're seeing just a little bit of a sway with some of the branches and the leaves there. There is some wind, and winds are going to be another focal point of the forecast again as we go throughout today. But we're going to see a lot more sunshine, especially here earlier into the morning, and then we'll see maybe a few more clouds throughout the afternoon. Satellite and radar picture quiet for the time being, but we are noticing some clouds beginning to stream in from the west. Plus, it looks like a few raindrops across Iowa, which mainly are going to miss us. Maybe you see a raindrop or two across maybe our spots north of I-74, but I'm thinking those chances are unlikely, as most of this will be tracking across more of northern Illinois heading into Wisconsin and Iowa. Current temperatures, well, boy, quite a bit difference as you go from Champaign, which is at right now 35, to over in Springfield, where we're sitting at 41 degrees. But there's wind out there for everybody, and those winds are coming mainly out of the southwest between 5 to 15 miles per hour. And this is only the beginning, because winds continue to get higher and stronger, and things will warm up because of the direction of the wind back into the 60s. The only difference is that wind just does not help out with the actual feel to the air. Future track bringing in maybe a few more clouds for those of us farther to the north, especially on into this evening. We'll start to see some of those clouds break down a little bit, but then come back as we head into early tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Some sunnier skies farther to the east, right along the Illinois and Indiana state line, but more of the clouds coming back, which will continue to thicken with possibly some rain chances ahead for us into the day tomorrow with a cold front that will be passing on through, and that will cool us down tomorrow and then on into the end of the week. Today's forecast, we top off at 65 degrees, more sunshine, but still expecting to see that wind around between 20 to 35 miles per hour. Here, look at your current wind chills that are in the 20s and the 30s. And, well, here's a look at your forecast as we head into the next 3-day stretch. High temperatures dropping back down into the 50s Thursday and Friday. We'll be back.
WCIA 3 News is brought to you by Asgrow DeKalb Seed.
Slumberland's Customer Appreciation Sale. Saturday and Sunday, our best store-wide sale of the year. Get an extra 30% off our already low Slumberland price. And did you know most Slumberland items can be in your home in a week? Slumberland Furniture.
Dear Mean Streets, I see your steaming potholes, your snarling traffic, blaring sirens, and crazy on-ramps. You're my kind of town. Let's do lunch. Saturday works for me. Later, RAV4.
Right now, get 1.9% APR for 60 months on a new 2019 Toyota RAV4. Find yours at buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
It took us years to find the perfect bun for Culver's Pretzel House Pub Burger.
It's got the nice pretzel flavor on the outside, but when you open it up, it's light and airy. Got a nice sweet flavor to it. It literally melts in your mouth.
This bun is perfect for a Pretzel House Pub Burger. Seared fresh beef, tangy mustard bistro sauce, pickled red onions, 2 slices of bacon, served with our signature cheddar cheese sauce.
This bun was made for this burger. This is perfect.
I think it's an awesome burger. Welcome to Delicious.
Jay, work as hard as you can. I'll beat any deal.
You're on.
You beat my deal. Jay and Dick Van Dyke, you get the whole store?
If you got it, haunt it. The best of the haunted house best. Show off terrifyingly fun DIY decor.
Oh, that is creepy.
Plus Bellamy Young. Next, Rachel.
Today at 3 on WCIA 3.
PDR Automotive in Urbana will provide all of your maintenance needs for personal or fleet vehicles. Tire sales and service, quality brake service, computer system diagnostics, and programming. Remember, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Slumberland's Customer Appreciation Sale. Saturday and Sunday, our best store-wide sale of the year. Get an extra 30% off our already low Slumberland price. And did you know most Slumberland items can be in your home in a week? Slumberland Furniture.
In today's national news headlines, President Trump travels to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania today as the impeachment inquiry heats up.
Yesterday, House Democrats heard closed-door testimony from the acting U.S. ambassador to the Ukraine, Bill Taylor, who says the president withheld military aid from Ukraine unless the country agreed to investigate the Bidens. The White House insists there was no quid pro quo and accuses Democrats of coordinated smear campaign.
Authorities in Alabama believe they found the body of Camille Cupcake McKinney in a dumpster. The 3-year-old was abducted from a birthday party in Birmingham more than a week ago. Police are charging 2 people with murder.
A public viewing will be held today at Morgan State University in Baltimore in honor of the late Maryland Congressman Elijah Cummings. Cummings died last week at the age of 68. His body will lie in state Thursday in Statuary Hall at the U.S. Capitol ahead of his funeral on Friday.
Well, many of us probably remember when a pilot safely landed an airplane in the Hudson River years ago.
Still to come on the morning show, how one university is taking inspiration from that.
Come to Franken Deals Days at Shields and Rantoul and Paxton. Get up to 20% off MSRP on select vehicles and up to $13,000 off new cars, trucks, and SUVs. Scary good deals at Shields Auto Group in Rantoul and Paxton.
From the moment you walk in the door at Fifth Dimension Collision Repair, we care about you and your vehicle. We interact with our customers, ensuring the quality that you expect and deserve.
Fifth Dimension Collision Repair. Our focus is on you.
It's the fall clearance sale at Furniture Row. Shop today and save up to 50%. And the more you buy, the more you save. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend. Plus 3 years, no interest. The fall clearance sale, only at Furniture Row.
Something big is going on at Shields and Rantoul. Experience the new. Coming soon to Shields and Rantoul.
Whether you're close to home or far away, you'll always be in the know with the WCIA 3 News app. Download the free app to your phone or tablet and stay up to date with Central Illinois local news, weather, sports, and lifestyle content. Local news stories and videos keep you up to date. Current weather reports with live radar and severe alerts at your fingertips. The latest scores and news of national sports teams and your Illini Nation. Local news everywhere you go with the WCIA 3 News app, powered by WCIA 3 News.
It's Gear Up for Fall, and we've got your Sloan deal waiting for you. John Deere Select Series lawn tractors, Z-Trax, and Gator XUVs. Gear Up for Fall, it's on. Visit Sloans.com or stop and let's make a Sloan deal.
What's this? Big Ed?
I guess there's a lot we didn't know about him.
The more you know about what matters most to your loved ones, the better you'll be able to celebrate their life when the time comes. Have the talk of a lifetime today.
After 27 years, it's time for me to step back at Carpet Advantage. For the last 15 years, it's been a blessing to work every day with my son, Ramey. And now he's ready to take us into the future. So if you need flooring, please come visit Ramey or Jimmy at Carpet Advantage in Urbana. Beautiful floors at a beautiful price.
At Carpet Advantage, it's twice as nice.
The state started its first portion of the capital plan, but the money isn't only going to state-owned roads. Counties and cities across the state will be getting their cut to work on their own projects.
But the results are not going to come without some headaches. WCIA 3's Cole Hankey has more.
County engineer Bruce Byrd hasn't had this much on his plate in a long time. The state's capital bill allowed Macon County, along with many others across the state, to start planning road construction projects they didn't know if they'd ever get to.
It's long overdue. It's something that we've needed for a long, long time. It's going to make those companies' ability to move their product, both the raw materials in and the finished product out, much easier. For the traveling public, it's going to be a lot safer.
Counties across Illinois have established their own 5-year plans to coincide with the state's.
And this list, which basically makes up our 5-year program, we're actually able to accelerate and speed up that process and get more of those projects actually done and completed.
But Byrd said most of the projects will not pick up steam until the spring of next year. That will allow the county to bank a few more months of revenue from the gas tax. Between the state's projects, the county projects, and the city projects, drivers should prepare for a near unprecedented amount of construction over the next 5 years.
All I can say is, like, if you take a look at the list and what the state has planned, you know, if you're frustrated about paying the gas tax at the pump now, you're probably going to be frustrated with orange barrels next summer.
With that much construction comes many more jobs, and Decatur Representative Sue Scheer is expecting those to really help out her community.
It's time to put people back to work. It's time to rebuild our crumbling roads.
Temperatures have dropped quite a bit this morning in comparison to yesterday morning. So when you walk out the door, you'll notice the change. Temperatures down by about 10 degrees in a lot of spots. But on top of that, too, of course, we're going to have to deal with some wind. Roofing Dog on at Bratcher Weather Camera here in Champaign. We start off with the clearer sky that's going to be in place, and that has allowed our temperatures to drop more so this morning. And we're going to see a lot more sunshine, which is going to help to warm things up. But on top of that, too, more of a breezy wind by the afternoon, maybe even strong wind by this evening, as opposed to the brisk wind that we'll have this morning around 5 to 15 miles per hour. But mainly it looks like a sunny start, some chilly conditions out there for your drive. Just make sure to get out there a little earlier and turn on, of course, the heaters. We'll top off today eventually with those winds really starting to pick up around 66 degrees, 69 in Monticello. And there are going to be some 70s out there, like in Litchfield and in Carlinville and in Vandalia, and seeing more of the 60s closer to Marshall and in Effingham. Tonight we drop down to 42 degrees, partly cloudy and chilly, breezy again. Southwest winds between 10 to 20 miles per hour. Now here's a look at your code word for today for our Shed Rain Out of the Rain sweepstakes contest, and it is FROPA, which essentially is just an abbreviation for frontal passage, which we're going to see more with one tomorrow. Today, though, things staying warmer, and yeah, it's going to be a little warmer into the 70s, but still a lot of wind out there. Not going to feel like a typical 70 and sunny type of afternoon.
All right. Be aware of that.
Watch out for the FROPA.
Yes.
Right.
Thanks.
Well, a group of high school students are teaming up with Habitat for Humanity.
The home is for a veteran and his family. The family is helping the students and their teachers as they build the home. Their teacher says this is preparing them for life in the workforce.
They know who their customer is now. They know that when we're finished that family's going to move in. Also, the other part of that is, you know, like you said, and they can drive past this house and go, I helped build it.
Alan Waterman served in the Air Force during the Vietnam era. This is the third home he has built for Habitat for Humanity and the first for himself.
A dance studio is teaching girls the steps they need to build a routine and confidence along the way. Blue Modified Dance Studio celebrated its one-year anniversary yesterday. Its founder says it's the only place in the area that teaches majorette dance, which is a combination of hip-hop and cheer. We talked to one of the captains who says she's not only learned how to be a better dancer, but also how to be a better leader.
It makes me feel like special because I always loved leading because I feel like, you know, I'm a leader type. And then when I had got the captain position, I was really happy because I can, help them because I know all of their potential, but I can help them, be better.
This is a competition group, and the girls range from age 8 to 18. The instructor says her goal is to expand and one day have 3 different age groups.
The University of Illinois is trying to make flying safer. They're taking inspiration from the Miracle on the Hudson. They're trying to create an autopilot program to mimic the Sully factor, only faster. In an emergency, the artificial intelligence would be able to tell what's wrong with the plane and land it safely. One of the professors involved says the team at the U of I is made up of some of the best in the industry.
So having this team, I think we have a dream team to make something very ambitious, very forward-looking, and something that can have impact for all our lives in terms of safe flight.
Grad students are working alongside the team of professors. They've received a grant earlier this month that will fund the research for the next 3 years.
December's tornado destroyed dozens of trees in Taylorville. Come November 2nd, they're going to be replaced. The Taylorville Tree Recovery Team and volunteers will be planting about 100 trees. Earlier this year, the group did an inventory to decide which kinds of trees needed to be replanted. Organizers say it's a community effort, and they need anyone who's willing to come out and lend a hand.
Speaking of trees, Christmas trees will soon be popping up, and Gibson City's Lighted Christmas Parade is a month away. It's the 25th year for the annual event. This year's theme is Silver Bells, and organizers say it will be the largest parade to date. It's happening November 23rd at 6:30.
The Springfield Senators football coach made a bet with his team. If they won the rest of the regular season, he would dye his beard. But after Lovie Smith and the Illini upset Wisconsin last weekend, he paid up early. Coach Goalie dyed his beard to match Lovie's white whiskers. These are the results after just one whitening. He plans to get it a little bit whiter before the Senators matchup with Jacksonville this weekend.
A family was looking for their lost pet.
Still to come on the morning show, how they ended up being reunited.
You're watching WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Planning your next big event? From on-site consultation to professional setup and operation, MMS Rentals and Production has the technical expertise and industry experience to help you find exactly what you need. MMS Rentals. Give your event life.
Power up your devices with Extreme Internet. With speeds from 100 meg up to 1 gig, you'll get the most out of your tech. Switch today and save 56%. Stunning streaming video, unbeatable gaming, incredible in-home Wi-Fi. Want even more? Ask about deals on TV service with TiVo and take your home entertainment to the extreme. Switch to Extreme Internet 100 today for $34.99 a month for 1 year. Call 844-EXTREME2.
Make wishes come true now through Wednesday during Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland Celebration. Get great deals on gifts from everyone's wish list, like 20% off Frozen 2 Lego sets, just $23.99. And these Alfred Dunner women's fashion collections are half off. Plus, download the Blaine's Farm and Fleet app and make your own wish list. One lucky winner will win their wish list up to $500. Wishes come true for everyone now through Wednesday at Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Toyland Celebration.
At Warden Martin Buick GMC, we give you the service and selection you deserve. Our price match guarantee ensures that you'll get the best deal. Plus, our white glove service will pick up your vehicle, get it serviced, washed, and returned to you in a timely manner, so you can get the most out of your maintenance without the hassle. It's time you discovered the dealership experience you deserve. Hurry into Warden Martin Buick GMC today. Online at wardenmartin.com.
Add style and comfort to your home with a new Hunter ceiling fan and save with 11% off everything from Menards. Keep your room comfortable and well lit using Hunter ceiling fans with energy-efficient LEDs. They come in a wide variety of styles and finishes and change the look of any room. Check out Menards' huge selection of ceiling fans and save 11% off all Hunter ceiling fans now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Don't let your guests suffer through another boring party or event. MMS Rentals has the audio, lighting, and staging equipment you need to bring life to your event. We offer professional setup and operation, delivery, or pickup. MMS Rentals. Give your event life.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. I'm Aaron Eads.
And I'm Christy Batista. Thanks for waking up with us this morning.
Here's a look at today's top stories.
Yeah.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
One county is strapped for cash. What leaders are doing to try to fix the problem.
And a change in state law means you could see more gaming terminals popping up. Why cities will still have the final say.
And a dance studio is celebrating its 1-year anniversary. How they're teaching more than just new moves.
You're watching your local news leader. This is The Morning Show on WCIA 3 News.
Well, it is beginning to feel like fall this week, and we hate to say it, but that means winter is on the way.
Now, Champaign School District needs your help to keep kids warm. WCIA 3's Jen Lask is live in Champaign this morning. Jen, what are they asking for?
Hey, Christy, they're asking for warm hats, coats, and gloves for the Warm a Kid Coat Drive. This coat drive has been going on for more than 20 years, and it helps families in Champaign. The Regional Planning Commission says the poverty rate in Champaign County has hovered around 20% for nearly 15 years. The coat drive is funded through donations within Champaign, and the program will distribute those coats before winter break, but will keep taking donations throughout the winter. We've shared the most common coat sizes needed on our website, WCIA.com, and you can drop those off at the Center for Family and Community Engagement. You can also make checks out to the coat drive as well and drop them off there. We posted that address on our website as well. Live in Champaign, Jen Lask, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Definitely chilly outside, and with the winds, I expect some of us to feel like we are walking out into temperatures that are in the upper 20s, at least in Bloomington and in Champaign. Pretty close to that in Watsika at 30, 33 in Danville. Current number sitting at 35 for your wind chill in Paris. And Matt, good morning to us there. We're at 36. Now, Champaign, here's a live look outside for us as we take a look at your Roofing Algonquin Brancher weather camera. Not a lot of cars on the roads yet, but we are going to see that traffic pick up, and I'm sure a lot of us are probably going to have the heaters on inside of the cars. Just a bit of a brightening to the sky, too, now that the sun is beginning to rise. And we're going to see a lot more of that sunshine today in comparison to yesterday. But by the afternoon, here come a few more clouds with a wave of moisture that's going to be tracking farther to the north across the state and more so into the Great Lakes. Farther south for us, a bit of a clearing trend ahead for the first part of the night. Then here come more of the clouds into your early Thursday morning, where we do anticipate those to continue to thicken, and eventually some rain chances too could be possible, but not going to be high chances, and a lot of those higher chances will be closer to I-70. That will pass on through. Things quiet down and cool down as we head on into more of tomorrow, and then for the remainder of the work week with highs only expected to be into the 50s. 39 for your low tonight. We'll dip down to the lower 40s in Bloomington, 42 in Monticello, and that will be warmer than this morning because of more of a southwesterly wind. 42 in Taylorville, 45 in Vandalia, more around 45 in Marshall, and 45 in Greenup. With our temperatures tomorrow, looks like warming up into more of the mid-50s. Spotty chance of an afternoon shower kind of here or there. We'll watch out for those, plus the cooling temperatures that will continue to arrive as we go more and more on into the next few days. And that colder weather will be probably more of a theme as we head into next work week 2 and beyond. We're going to get into how cold things are expected to get, plus how it looks like even though the rain chances tomorrow are going to be smaller, we'll probably have some higher chances on the way as we head into this upcoming weekend for your Saturday and your Sunday. Plus the winds too. We'll talk about those. We'll have all those details coming up at 6:43. Keep it right here. You're watching The Morning Show on WCIA. We'll be right back with more of it coming up right after these messages.
This portion of WCIA 3 News is sponsored by True Tires Automotive.
If something's important to you, wouldn't you wanna give those important somethings Culligan water? For Culligan can make water softer and cleaner. Culligan water makes green beans green beanier. Washers for dishes, washers for clothes, give the Culligan treatment to those.
Veterans and active military members, Marine Bank's mortgage team will help you with home ownership and save you $500 off closing costs of your VA loan. Go to ibankmarine.com to get started. Marine Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
We're with you. Kick off this season with a great deal at Jackson Ford in Decatur. We've got the top picks for new Fords and a huge selection of new and pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Check out our entire selection at jacksoncars.com.
At Illini Mattress, we're here to help you find your perfect mattress. Our priority is you. With our old-fashioned customer service and white glove delivery, what are you waiting for? Sleep healthier, live better at family-owned Illini Mattress.
Whoa, fresh cracked egg, Canadian bacon, melty cheese, all in a toasty English muffin. Doesn't get any better than this. Say what?
Wake up breakfast with McDonald's.
Grab a $3.50 bundle at McDonald's. Get 2 sausage burritos paired with any size soft drink or McCafe Premium Roast hot coffee.
Summer is gone and winter is on the way. Now is the time to have your furnace checked before the snow flies. Call Ray's Heating and Air Conditioning for all your furnace needs. Ray's Heating and Air Conditioning has been providing superior service since 1946 to the Champaign-Urbana communities. Ray's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Aggressive promotions. Buy. Questionable deals. That's right, any car, just $1. Yeah, that's not Champaign Ford City. We've been earning your trust year after year with one simple formula, putting you first in everything we do. It's right there in our open and honest pricing, our inventory of only the best vehicles, and world-class customer service. Come home to the experience you deserve at Champaign Ford City. Online at FordCityUSA.com.
Cabinet City Granite and Marble can custom create and fit any countertop design for your home or business. Combining a state-of-the-art fabrication facility and precise measuring tools allows them to get it right the first time, seamlessly. Contact Cabinet City today.
Live from your local news leader, Christy Batista, Aaron Eads, and Central Illinois' most accurate forecast with meteorologist Adam Claybon. You're watching The Morning Show on WCIA 3.
Let's take a look at today's regional news headlines. Police have identified the man stabbed and killed during a fight in Kansas.
40-year-old John Minolio died from his injuries. The area was closed for hours while police investigated. The man suspected of stabbing him was questioned and released while police continue to investigate. Planned Parenthood opened a new facility in southern Illinois.
The new clinic in Fairview Heights will provide abortion services and annual health exams, along with STD and HIV testing and prevention. The 18,000-square-foot facility was secretly constructed to avoid potential construction delays because of protesters. Construction began last year, but details were not made public until the site was almost finished. Planned Parenthood says the new facility will help meet the demands from patients in other states where lawmakers have enacted abortion restrictions. An estimated 2.7 million people in Wisconsin would be eligible to take paid time off of work to care for sick family members or newborns under a new bill introduced yesterday at the state capitol there.
But this is Democrats' third attempt to pass this bill. It has failed to receive any Republican backers. Supporters say much of the opposition comes from the business world's hesitancy to offer paid leave. One senator notes that the program would be paid for completely by employees who choose to participate and not by their workplaces. A Missouri State Highway Patrol trooper hopped into action to reunite an escaped kangaroo with its owner on Monday.
Trooper Homan found the kangaroo in Franklin County and was able to safely return him to his owner. They tweeted, "Troopers see many things during their career, and this is one to remember."
We're going to take a look at your top newspaper headlines coming up next.
We'll be right back.
Stu Ellis focuses on issues that affect farmers here in central Illinois. Watch From the Farm, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on The Morning Show on WCIA 3.
Share your morning with us and you could win.
Take a photo of your morning, post it to WCIA.com, and you could be seen on The Morning Show at 9 a.m.
Each Friday, 3 lucky viewers will win a coffee mug from WCIA 3 and Carriage Crossing.
Morning Mug Club, sponsored by Carriage Crossing.
Come to Franken Deals Days at Shields in Rantoul and Paxton. Get up to 20% off MSRP on select vehicles and up to $13,000 off new cars, trucks, and SUVs. Scary good deals at Shields Auto Group in Rantoul and Paxton.
Moscow Ballet's Great Russian Nutcracker dazzles this Christmas. Bring the whole family together for the original holiday tradition. Step into a simpler time filled with sweet dreams and spectacular magic. Experience world-class artists, stunning costumes, and towering puppets on the Gift of Christmas tour. It just wouldn't be Christmas without Moscow Ballet's Great Russian Nutcracker. Get tickets now at nutcracker.com. Appearing at Kirkland Fine Arts Center at Millikan University, November 2nd. Purchase your tickets at nutcracker.com.
When I came up against a tough competitor, cancer, I felt very alone. But I realized I wasn't alone. With me every step of the way, a team of experienced specialists, medical providers across disciplines, ready for the fight, a team fighting and caring for me. Found my team at the Charles W. Christie Cancer Center. We won the battle against cancer together.
It's a totally Christmas open house for 3 days only this weekend at Prairie Gardens. Come see what's new, plus shop exclusive 3-day open house specials. Save up to 60%. Find your perfect Christmas tree from the biggest selection, and every tree is guaranteed. Plus, enter to win a decorated tree for free. Join us this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for a totally Christmas open house only at Prairie Gardens. Extraordinary gardening, home decor, framing, and
ho, ho, ho! Totally Christmas.
Something big is going on at Shields in Rantoul. Experience the new. Coming soon to Shields in Rantoul.
Gibson City, a good morning to you. Your roofing dog on at Gibson Area Hospital weather camera. Starting off with a lot of clear skies, but we do have a few of those clouds trying to stream on in and up this way. We probably will we'll probably notice a few more of those clouds, especially earlier on with some of the moisture that's going to be tracking across the northern part of the state. But overall, I would say a typically sunny day really ahead for us. And it looks like, to go along with that, more of the wind. Now, we've had to deal with the wind with the clouds around, but this time it's going to be sunny and windy. This morning, winds gusting around maybe 20 to 25, and then continuing to increase a little bit as we go on into more of the afternoon. But we're going to keep around the same, I would say, ranges between 20 to maybe 25 and 30 all the way until we head into the afternoon, and really more so into this evening, where you start to see those colors brighten up a little bit, seeing more of the oranges and maybe even some of the reds as we head on into this evening, where gusts could get up to as high as maybe 35 to 40 miles per hour. A lot of wind coming mainly, though, out of the southwest, which is going to help us up into the mid-60s, maybe even some 70s around for those of us farther to the south. And it won't really feel like a 70-day day, but it is going to warm up more so like that and be much warmer than what we're expecting for tomorrow, as winds will begin to shift as the front will pass on through sometime late tomorrow morning, and then heading into the evening, which will keep highs for Thursday into the 50s. 35 right now, though, in Champaign, 41 in Chicago. Moisture farther to the west, going to be approaching the area with the cold front, but not a lot of moisture really ahead for us with this system. We'll see that mainly pass farther to the south heading into the day tomorrow. High 70 probably gets a better chance of seeing some of those rain showers. Then the moisture gets its act together a little more, and then into the upcoming weekend, we get a better chance of seeing those rain chances on their way in here. Christy, Aaron.
Thanks, Adam. Now let's take a look at some of the front page newspaper headlines across central Illinois this morning. From the Decatur Herald in review, there's a new basketball league for high school students at the Decatur Indoor Sports Center.
The league was made through a collaboration between the Decatur Park District and the Golden K. The boys' league meets every Tuesday at 3 o'clock, and the girls' league meets on Thursdays. A single elimination tournament at the Sports Center will start at 8 o'clock on December 14th for the boys and 5 for the girls. Also, from the Herald in review, negotiations continue between the Decatur School District and the union that represents 275 teaching assistants.
They're set to strike if a deal is not reached by October 29th. Parents and teachers told the board yesterday the strike would leave students, particularly those with special needs, without the attention and assistance that they need.
Halloween is almost here.
Still to come, the morning show, why officers in one county want you to be safe.
Watch WCIA 3 for the weather word of the day, and you can win. When you see the word, go to WCIA.com or our weather app and enter our Out of the Rain sweepstakes. We'll draw 4 lucky winners every week to win an umbrella from Shed Rain, sponsored by CIBM Bank.
Drop your box.
You don't know these people. You can't trust them.
I don't know if I go with you. This is a doomsday scenario.
New Survivor tonight.
Thursday, this mom is turning over a new leaf.
I appreciate your new attitude. Good, because it's about as comfortable as passing a kidney stone.
Then, the secret's out.
Is it a secret handshake? Because I've been working on one.
Patricia Heaton's the new intern on a new Carol's second act. After a new mom, CBS Thursday.
WCIA 3 News is sponsored by Sunset Funeral Homes and Cremation Centers.
If you're thinking about a new HVAC system for your home, Lands Inc. can help with up to $1,000 in instant rebates or special financing on qualifying Trane systems. It's hard to stop a Trane.
Here's some great news. One stop for all car and truck repairs, plus a great tire selection. Tires Plus is tires plus routine auto maintenance, plus electrical work, plus brake service, plus air conditioning repairs, plus check engine light diagnosis, plus tire rotation. The Plus is in everything they do, and they'll match any locally advertised prices. There's so much Plus, we ran out of time to tell you about the great selection of tires. Tires Plus and all Tires Plus Auto Care. They fix everything.
Kelly, stop monster mashing. We're late to the Halloween party.
I hope not. It's going to be a graveyard smash, just like the new Subaru Crosstrek from Subaru Champaign County.
Road trips are easy thanks to the symmetrical all-wheel drive and 8.7 inches of ground clearance.
Plus, great fuel efficiency and a spacious cargo area. Drive the vehicle that brings the mash to every adventure. A Subaru Crosstrek from Subaru Champaign County.
Online at SubaruChampaign.com. A dealership built around you.
When searching for a heating and air conditioning expert, you'll find there's only one. Right now at Chief Bauer Service Experts, save $61 on a furnace tune-up.
Call
866-EXPERTS.
Napleton's Kia of Urbana offers more selection, more value. Drive home a new 2019 Kia Optima for $6,400 off MSRP, or get 0% APR for 75 months on select models. No matter what you're looking for, you'll always find something to fit your budget, and we have financing options for everyone, regardless of your situation. For more great offers, shop online at napletonskiaofurbana.com.
Napleton, second to none since 1931.
Trust the most accurate forecast from the WCIA 3 Storm Team.
Let's take a look at what's going on around Illinois this morning. Public safety officials in Peoria County are reminding parents to be vigilant this Halloween.
They're asking parents to research their neighborhoods to find out if any sex offenders live nearby. Officers recommend maybe skipping the traditional route and opt for a controlled environment like a sponsored trick-or-treat event. A Rockford family says they owe their lives to the Red Cross volunteers who installed smoke detectors in their home.
On the morning of September 3rd, Doreen McCullough woke up to her worst nightmare. A vacant trailer next door caught fire. It had quickly spread to her home. Just a few months before that happened, 2 Red Cross volunteers installed the smoke detector that saved the lives of everyone inside.
Stick with us. Your Morning Rush headlines are coming up next.
We'll be right back.
WCIA 3 News is sponsored by Classic Granite and Marble.
Today on CI Living, the DLO Musical Theater joins us with a special performance for the 80th anniversary of The Wizard of Oz.
Plus, college applications are due soon. Heather takes us to ISU to learn the finer points of the college admissions process. Today on CI Living.
Tune in to your Line 9 Nation pregame show.
I'm excited. Thanks for jumping on the show.
It's streaming live on WCIA.com, the WCIA 3 News app, and Facebook Live from WCIA 3. Sponsored by PMP Heating and Cooling and Freeman General Contracting.
Over time, soil pressure and expansion from moisture can cause basement walls to crack and bow in. Don't wait until it's too late to make repairs. Protect your family and your home. Contact Woods Basement Systems for a free inspection and estimate today.
The 40th Annual Kris Kringle Arts and Crafts Show is at the Garden Hotel / Radisson in Urbana, November 1st and 2nd, featuring over 60 booths with handcrafted and unique items from area artists. The Kris Kringle Arts and Crafts Show, November 1st and 2nd.
The area's only Vegas-style variety show is coming to the David S. Palmer Arena for one night only. Red Hot Danville features incredible live music, comedy, and much more. See the nationally renowned Rod Sickler Salon and Spa ID Hair North America Hair Show, complete with models, dancers, and speed paint artist John Jansky. There's nothing else like it in Central Illinois. This show has been selling out in Champaign for years. Find out why. Saturday, October 26th at the David S. Palmer Arena. Get your tickets now for Red Hot Danville.
Is that too heavy? Try it.
I got it.
Wow, this looks amazing. Can I help you make a few?
Sure.
You sure? Hi, I'm Derek.
Nice
to meet you. What's the ultimate dream for your business?
We have this hunger project that I give back to the kids to buy food.
How long have you had this dream?
10 years.
So you're 6 years old and you had the dream for 10 years. That's pretty good. That's someone that knows what they want to do in life.
Nothing impacts your home's comfort and value like structural issues. So for problems like cracks, settling, water issues, and more, call the experts. Here, that's Woods Basement Systems. Don't wait for problems to get worse. Call today.
For all your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs, get the fix with Matex.
Starting to feel like fall this week, and we hate to say it, but that means winter is on its way.
And now Champaign School District needs your help to keep kids warm. WCIA 3's Jen Lask is live in Champaign right now. Jen, what are they looking for?
Hey, Christy, the school district has kicked off the Warm a Kid coat drive. They're looking for warm coats, hats, and gloves. Now, this coat drive has helped families for more than 20 years with the goal of making sure every kid has a coat, hat, and gloves each winter. The coat drive is funded through donations within Champaign, and the program will distribute coats before winter break, but will keep taking donations this winter. We've shared the most common coat sizes needed on our website, WCIA.com, and we've also shared the address where you can drop off those new coats and make donations out. You can do checks, cash. We've posted the address on our website, WCIA.com. Live in Champaign, Jen Lask, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Chilly for sure this morning as the kids and those of us just heading out to work walk out the door. We see temperatures mainly into the 30s, but the wind chills are going to be closer to the lower 30s and upper 20s in a lot of spots. A good amount of sunshine going to be around, and we'll see more of that sunshine later on this afternoon with maybe a few more passing clouds, warming up into the mid-60s, but winds are going to be stronger. We'll get those up around 30 to maybe 35 miles per hour, so that 65 won't feel like your usual 65 with sunshine. Rufy Dog on to KC Summer's weather camera. Mattoon, good morning to you. We're seeing more of that clear sky that is in place right now with temperatures that are in the 30s. Lower 40s farther to the west in Springfield right now at 41, 46 in St. Louis if you're going to be heading down that way. Satellite and radar picture, we'll have a few of those areas of rain farther to the north, and those will continue to farther and make their way out of the region. Here's a look at your forecast as we go throughout the day. We'll see just those spotty chances of light showers here and there, and those will continue to eventually head their way south into the area as we head on into the day tomorrow. We're going to talk about those small chances, plus the better chances into the weekend and the cool down behind tomorrow's cold front coming up in your 7-day forecast in a few minutes. Christy, Aaron.
Thanks, Adam. A man accused of shooting a 32-year-old was in court yesterday.
20-year-old Jabari Morris pleaded not guilty to aggravated battery and discharge of a firearm. Police say he shot a man in the leg twice on West Kirby Avenue. They say a verbal argument started it all. That man is going to be okay. Morris is expected to be back in court in December.
A Champaign man who police say has a long history with the Boy Scouts was arrested for child pornography. As we first told you yesterday in the morning show, police say 79-year-old Milton Forsberg uploaded pictures of underage boys last year. Last month, the Boy Scouts of America notified authorities that at least one man claims Forsberg abused him when he was 13 years old. Officers say a search of Forsberg's house revealed more pornographic pictures of underage boys in a dark room with photographs he took of young girls. His home is on West Charles Street in Champaign. Forsberg was arrested last week. The CEO of the area's Boy Scout Council says he was troubled by the news, but says Forsberg hasn't been directly involved with them for almost 30 years.
Scouting is still safe. Scouting is still a very good organization for your son or your daughter. We do our best to be able to make sure that our kids are safe. That's why we have our youth protection policies in place. That's why we do the background checks.
The troop Forsberg used to lead was disbanded in the 90s. A federal judge ordered him to be held until his trial.
New this morning, a man in Decatur is pleading not guilty to 8 counts of murder and a charge of being a felon in possession of a firearm. Our partners at the Herald and Review report 22-year-old Quantravis Richardson shot 2 men Halloween night of 2017 in Decatur. Officials say Richardson had been drinking and was filled with rage that night and ended up venting his anger in a frenzy of violence against 2 men who had done nothing to him. His ex-girlfriend is expected to testify how he woke her up later that night and drove her to the scene. He then had her hand him a blood-spattered gun and told her to get out of the car. Richardson escaped that night and was caught the next day after the woman told everything to police.
Piatt County is short on money. Now some departments are considering cuts to bring them out of the red. The county's general fund is about $500,000 in the hole. Yesterday, the county board approved a tentative budget to fix that problem. It set a goal to have departments, including the circuit clerk, emergency management agency, and sheriff's office, slash about 9% of their budgets. But even if all of the departments met that goal, the county would still come up short. Now the board is going to look at the department's budgets more closely to see what else can be done.
Limitations on video gaming businesses in Champaign could get scaled back if the city decides to change an ordinance. Right now, they can only have 5 gaming terminals, but that number could go up. Last night, they had a study session to discuss increasing the number of terminals to 6. The Illinois Video Gaming Act was amended earlier this year to allow that. Champaign City Ordinance has to be changed to make it legal. More terminals means the city could get more revenue, more tax revenue. And in the past, Champaign Council hasn't allowed an increase in terminals. One business owner says the change would benefit his bottom line.
A 6th machine is, in many cases, is a bonus because in many cases we have customers who are waiting to play the 5 machines at any given time. It also gives the customers more variety. In other words, picking different machines. They don't always like to play the same one. So there's an anticipated opportunity to improve gaming revenue of up to 20%.
There are 269 terminals and 62 businesses in the city. Last year, the city received about $840,000 in taxes from video gaming. Council voted to direct staff to amend the ordinance. A final vote on that will be taken Monday night. A dance studio is teaching girls the steps they need to build a routine and confidence along the way.
Blue Modified Dance Studio celebrated its one-year anniversary yesterday. Its founder says it's the only place in the area that teaches majorette dance, which is a combination of hip-hop and cheer. We talked to one of the captains who says she's not only learned how to be a better dancer, but also how to be a better leader.
It makes me feel like special because I always loved leading because I feel like, you know, I'm a leader type. And then when I had got the captain position, I was really happy because I can help them because I know all of their potential, but I can help them be better.
This is a competition group, and the girls range from ages 8 to 18. The instructor says her goal is to expand and one day have 3 different age groups.
That will wrap up the morning show on WCIA 3, but coming up, will we make the switch to WCIX for the 7 o'clock hour of the morning show?
What charges an Illinois woman tied up in the college admissions scandal is now facing.
But before that, let's get a check of our 7-day forecast with Adam.
Here comes more of the sunshine today. More the wind, too, going to be around as we see winds as high as maybe 30 to 35 miles per hour. But we get back up to 65 with that wind coming out of the southwest. Northwesterly winds tomorrow as a front will pass on by and will drop us down to 55. And we'll see more of the 50s into the end of the work week and into the upcoming weekend with rain chances returning for us late Saturday and heading into a Sunday before we cool down again. And I think even more so of a cool down to come as we go into the last few days of October, which will mean those of you going to be out there for Halloween with the kids going to have to deal with a chill.
Little chilly.
Yeah.